Now you're in my video. That was Dave. He's my PA assistant today. Actually, Dave's just a friend of mine, and we're making believe we're a big camera crew. Bipolar II. It seems like everybody's getting diagnosed with it nowadays, and I very much resisted it when I was first told it a couple years ago. And I was like, I'm not bipolar II. I'm not bipolar II. I'm just happy, or I'm just sad. I had no gray. So in other words, there's white and there's black. White is, yay, everything's great. Black is, I'm down, I'm depressed, I'd like to die in my sleep. And there's no gray. There's no, that's what's going on with me. You don't experience that when you're bipolar. Bipolar, there's two terms for it, bipolar and bipolar II. Bipolar is when you're out there and you're buying 6 different cameras. You've seen the commercials for the bipolar medications. Putting a birdhouse up at night, that's another commercial. And just doing manic things like, I'm gonna make 150 peanut butter and jelly sandwiches for nobody. Why did you make them? Because I wanted to. Bipolar. Bipolar II is high functioning. And that's my, I don't want to call it, it's not my label, it's just a diagnosis of the way that I react to things. I've had extreme ups. Very cool. So that means we can schedule a little bit further behind everything else that's going on.
No, it's getting done still.
It's all getting done. It's getting done at Mustang Medic. It's getting done. And extreme downs. The ups, for me, fortunately, were like sometimes 4 to 8 year periods, and then down. And as I was working through this in therapy, I was still going, I'm not bipolar, I'm not bipolar. But I watched my Mustang Medic videos. And if you're new to this channel and you've never liked the Mustang, you probably don't know them, but there's another channel on YouTube called Mustang Medic, and I did 2,700 videos in a manic state, not knowing it. Example of a manic state. I did a radio interview at SEMA. SEMA's a car show in Vegas, and they had a booth set up, and I was like, Mustang Medic wants to go on air, let's talk to people, let's keep doing everything great. It was a 20-minute interview, and the facilitator or DJ, or he said to me, he goes, at the end of the interview, he said, Will, you're the reason for Ritalin. I was like, what? It's because I was totally into what I was doing. I was unaware of the people around me, and I was very focused on self and not even aware I was doing it. So I watched all these videos, and I saw myself in a manic state, and I was like, okay, I'm going to accept this. So, of course, medication helps, therapy helps, and mindful awareness of your thought process. In other words, I don't have to say everything I think. I can stop and listen to what you have to say and slow down. Be happy, just not too happy. It's important to stay on your medication if you're taking medication, and of course therapy. I always say that in these videos, it's important. And again, I'm not a therapist or a psychologist. I'm just a fellow sufferer like you with depression. So if you find yourself in manic states and doing these things, possibly you're bipolar too. So you can go to a therapist, check it out, psychologist, if medication need be, and you too can deal with your bipolar. My point of view is, anybody that looks at depression as a weakness simply doesn't not know what depression is. Depression, it's an emotion, it's a feeling, it's something you go through. And when you do live through it, which you will, you'll be better for it. And it makes you appreciate the little things in life so much more. Trust me. Even in my depression, I knew that I was like, if I get out of this, I'm just going to be so happy I'm out of it. And case in point, I am content at this moment. But I also recognize I could get depressed again. So I have to maintain a good awareness and mindfulness of myself. So that's my definition of bipolar. I hope you found it helped you. If you got a friend that's dealing with that, there are a lot of people out there. And there's also a lot of people that were bipolar that have been very, very successful. It's not a negative thing. If you're dealing with something in your mind, there is a benefit somewhere. I know it's like, where could possibly be a benefit in my depression when I don't want to go outside? There is. You just don't see it yet, and you will. You will. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.